We are here today in Casey Hall. To give you some background information, Casey Hall has 64 rooms with approximately 54,000 square feet. It's owned by South Orangetown Central School District and leased by Dominican College. In 2016, Casey Hall had approximately 171 students in the building. 65 staff typically work here, and it also facilitated 2 students for accessibility needs. Hi. It's so nice to meet you. So you're here to tour the college. I hear you want to come?
Yes.
And finish your degree?
Yeah,
and maybe you'll even
computer
stay
science.
for a graduate program.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you inside. So how you feeling today?
I'm okay. I can't move on my own, so I have my mom with me today.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. That's great that you have someone to come with you and wheel you. That is so wonderful. Hey, come on. Bring him right up. This ramp was made ADA standards.
Yeah, it's really easy to go up.
It's 1 inch with every 1 inch rise with every foot. Oh! Watch the pot around the pot. Around the pot. Yeah, around the pot. So, did you have a problem parking at all?
Not
Because
at all.
everything is just so well marked, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's ample room to get out. Everything's very clearly marked, and there's this overhang to keep you dry. It's very quite accessible.
Yeah. If I want to get dropped off, I can just get dropped off right here, and it's so spacious and
It
everything.
is, and to either ramp you can come up. There's
Yep.
2 different ones, and they're wide enough. And this door here, I want you to see this door. Very easy to get in. It's over 32 inches, so it meets ADA standards. So tell me, why are you here? Why did you pick Dominican College, and what happened?
Well, I sustained a T3 injury in my spinal cord, so I'm paralyzed from then down, and I also broke my arm, which is temporary. So, and this school is really close, and it meets ADA requirements, so I thought it was just the perfect school for me.
And you're going to school for?
Computer science.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. We might have to make some accommodations, but that won't be a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Oh, I heard the care is very individualized here.
Yes,
and,
we do.
And you
Yes.
accommodate your students.
We do.
I do like that.
Okay, so here's the dish. I've been looking online with all the ADA standards and for what everybody's supposed to have for a son with a T3, or for a broken arm, or even a broken leg, anybody in a wheelchair. So coming in here, first of all, there's only 3 handicap parking spots for all of these parking spots. Not enough. Second, over here, right where the ramp is, there's no drain. There's no way for water to drain. She was talking about this nice little overhang to stay dry when he gets to the top of the ramp, but how long is he going to be up there? Oh, for a long time, because there's no way for him to open the door himself. There's no automatic door openers. So he's going to be sitting there, at least covered, for quite a while. And fourth of all, pots at the top of the ramp.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm here to address any issues that Harris's mom might have with this building, because we want to make sure that Harris's experience in this school is going to be a positive one. So as you can see at the end of this ramp, there is no drain, and that would be a risk for Harris. He might slip, he might have a hard time getting up the ramp, and he could get wet. So by adding a drain, it will fit the Universal Design Principle 5, tolerance for error. As you can see right here, this big pot is in the way for when Harris has to get in from the ramp to the door. So by removing this pot, it would meet the Universal Design Principle 7 for size and space. Although this door is wide enough, it doesn't meet the criteria for the Universal Design Principles 1, equitable use, and Principle 6 for low physical effort. For somebody like Harris, who's unable to use both of his hands, it'll be hard for him to open the door. So by adding an automatic door opener, it would make it easier for him to open up the door without pulling it or pushing it, and he can easily get inside on his wheelchair.
Right this way. This is the classroom that you'll be using.
Harris, do you think you can? Oh, you can.
It's a nice lever there.
It's very light.
Yeah, it's really light.
So come right in.
Oh wow!
This is the room that we use.
Look at this desk. It's like I can fit right under,
Uh-huh.
and such good lighting. And I saw that it was an automatic light too. That's
Isn't that
awesome.
great?
If I enter
Yeah.
it, I can just. I don't even have to turn it on.
Uh-huh.
And for presentations, there's so much room over here. I can just wheel around and feel comfortable presenting in front of the class.
Want to check out the desk?
Yeah, sure. Want to see if it's actually the right height for me.
And it is, like I said, it's adjustable.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Careful.
So of course, we have more problems. As we entered this classroom, not only is the door light, but it closes automatically, and it could close on my son's leg. He's a fantastic presenter, and I do like that there's room, but as he moved around to get to the presentation screen, there was no poles to pull down the screen, there was no string to pull down the screen, and the computer that he needs to access to present is so high. There's no way for that to be fixed. As he continued around, if he needed to plug in his computer or his phone, the electrical sockets are way in the back of the classroom or onto the side of a wall right in the middle of the classroom. My son's wheelchair is just a little bit too big to get through these cluttered chairs. As you can see, there's about 30 chairs in this classroom. So the only place that my son can sit is right in the front of the classroom where, yes, it is an accessible desk, but it's the only desk like that. The classroom's not universally designed. So everybody else is at a regular sized desk and he has to have the large desk with no electrical socket. That's my problem.
So as you can see here, the door meets the Universal Design Principle 7, where there's enough space for anybody, whether you're walking or on a wheelchair, to come in. And it does also meet Principle 6, where it requires low physical effort to push the door open. But unfortunately, as you can see, the door keeps closing, so that does not meet Principle 5, tolerance for error, where you can add a magnetic latch to keep the door open, because otherwise it's going to close on Harris. As you can see here, the computer is placed on a really high cart, making it difficult for Harris to access the computer since he's in a wheelchair. This does not meet the Universally Designed Principle 1 for equitable use for anybody, whether you're standing or on a wheelchair. It also does not meet Principle 4, perceptible information, since Harris will have a difficult time just looking at the screen trying to access the computer from his wheelchair. Now, how can we fix this? Well, maybe the computer can be placed on a lower cart, which can meet Universal Design Principle 5. As you can see right here, the projector would be too high for Harris to pull down because there's no rope. Now maybe we can add a smart board, which would meet the universally designed for multi-purposes for anybody to use. As you can see, this room does not meet the universally designed Principle 7 of size and spacing due to the overcrowdedness of the desk. So what we can do is change the floor plan of the classroom from this to this. And we can also suggest that all students use this wheelchair accessible desks to make it accessible for anyone to use, which would meet Principles 1, equitable use, and Principles 2, flexibility in use. As you can see here, there is only one outlet in the middle of the classroom, right up against the wall. Now this does not meet Universally Designed Principle 1, equitable use, because not everybody in the classroom will have access to this one outlet. How can we fix this? We can add in more outlets up against the wall, which would make it easier for anybody, no matter what abilities you have, just to have access to the outlets.
So Harris, this is one of the accessible, handicap accessible bathrooms, the men's room, so I'll just show you inside.
Okay.
You just wheel him right in. Come on in.
Oh, watch your.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Thank you.
And you can see there's automatic lights in here also.
Oh, wow.
My.
That's
Come on, you
big.
got the door? You got it? Okay, great.
Squeeze.
All right. Yeah, see, look how big and and how big and spacious it is. It's well
Oh,
lit.
wow.
This is all redone. Door opens out over here. Isn't
Yeah.
this just lovely? So you would use this one. Just watch the door. Over to the right a little. You got it?
Okay.
So Harris, come over here. Come over here. Try the sinks. You see, we have nice double sinks.
Okay.
See
I
how
can
that
fit right
works.
under.
Oh,
And look, these
great.
Oh,
This is
great.
great for anyone, really. And the soap dispenser, there's one on each side.
And yet another room that has problems. As you can see, the bathroom says it's handicap accessible, but there's no automatic door openers. How is he supposed to open this independently? I am not going to be following him around and pushing him around for this entire semester. Also, if you noticed, as I walked through and pushed his wheelchair in, there's no way that he could use his own hands on his own wheels to push himself through the door frame. It looks like it's less than 32 inches wide. There's also other problems inside. The grab bars in the bathroom stall are completely placed in the wrong area, in the wrong zone. And his paper towels have a little flippy switch that my son can't handle with a broken arm.
Although this bathroom says it's wheelchair accessible, it is not universally designed because it does not meet ADA standards of having a width of at least 32 inches because the width of this door frame is only 28.5 inches. So we can recommend that they reconstruct the door frame of this bathroom so that anybody, even in a wheelchair, would be able to easily go inside the bathroom. As you can see, this stall is universally designed because there's enough space for anybody in a wheelchair to turn and utilize the toilet. Now, although there are grab bars here, Harris would need an assistant, such as an aide, in order to help him transfer from the wheelchair to the toilet due to his broken right arm. Now over here, with the paper towel dispenser, there is a turn knob on the right side. Now, although this can be easily accessible, it does not meet Principle 6 as far as low physical effort because you would have to be turning or pulling the paper towel down. How can we fix this? We can make an automatic paper towel dispenser by putting in a sensory motion.